Hey all, Matt here with Bobcat Bonsai, and today we're going to be working this beautiful little Chinese elm that I was gifted from Candace. As we can see, the buds all opened up and the branches have began growing out a little bit at a time. So for today, we are going to come in and do a little bit of a repot, a little re-angle. We're going to take the whole tree and plant it at a little angle like this here. And then eventually we're going to be getting rid of this little branch right there. Just taking the whole tree all the way up like that. And we'll give it a nice little look. But let's get the pot out and we'll get right to it. Alright, so I have two pots that I'm thinking about here. One is my nice little pot made by a local potter that's got like the little frogs and the lily pads and all that on it. Just a beautiful little pot. There we go, there's a little stamp there. Nice. Beautiful little pot. I think the colors would go pretty well with it. I'm just worried I won't be able to get enough soil inside here just yet. So that's kind of a bit of a concern of mine with this one. The other one is this beautiful little pot that's got these nice greens that fades to a blue. I think that's absolutely gorgeous with this tree. This is made by Tori Salois, and let's just get her in here real quick. She's with Blue Nose Trading. You can find her on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. She actually has a little podcast. Just something cool to check out with her. But I think for the time being, I am going to go with this pot from Tori. I feel like it's going to be my best bet on getting the angle that I want and just getting this little tree potted up nicely. So let me get in here and start accomplishing some work. All right, we're going to start up top real quick and just go through, and pretty much all I'm going to do is pull out all these little yellow leaves that are in here and get rid of all them. There's not too many. This tree actually did really good indoors over winter. Honestly, I find that if I like flick the branches a little bit, it knocks off the leaves that weren't going to hang on much longer anyway. So get in here. We will end up doing a little bit of a trim up on this later and everything, but for the time being we just want to get this set up into its pot and ready to go for the spring into the next growing season. We got a little fertilizer stakes, we'll put those back in there too, and this will be going back inside my house for a little bit yet. So I say so way too much, man. I tell you what. I'm just going to grab a little bit of soil here. A little bit of bonsai soil. My nice little mix that I buy. And just put that in here. I will end up reusing a lot of the soil that's already in here. So I guess I gotta zoom you back out again. There we go. So we got this soil here. We will definitely need wire to tie this down into place because, well, we're definitely shrinking the size of the pot that it's going into. So I'm just gonna knock you over and run this little wire up through here. So now we have a nice little wire set up here. Now I need to tilt this one and see if Candace has anything under here. Doesn't look like it. This tree is just growing very well into this pot. So we're just going to push up and see that we've got a nice little girth in here. And it was really holding some water, so that's not always a positive thing. Not always a positive thing at all. I will end up washing this little plastic pot out. I like it, and reusing it for something different then. Who knows? We'll see it in another repot video coming up soon though. We're just gonna brush out these roots just a little bit here, just to kind of get them moving outwards and see where we're at with them. So I'm actually pretty happy with that little root trim up right there. So now comes figuring out exactly how we want it. And the worst part is honestly, I would love to get rid of this right here and just kind of plant it and maybe tilt it just a little bit that way to get that perfect triangle up there. But I don't like this knot. But that's something we could work on in the future, because it would look really nice if I was to get it just like that. But let's take a look at it from this side here. What if we take it like this and we plant it this way and kind of forward a little bit? That would give it a pretty cool look as well. We just gotta get this branch to pull up just a little bit more to create that triangular peak up in the top. But for now, I'm actually really digging that. So let's get that potted up with the angle just right, and then we'll take a trip around the tree. Alrighty. So we do got this whole mound of soil here that we need to deal with as well. So we'll just probably take a little bit of this here and just put it around the outside edges. I'm going to mix up the new and the old. Just give it a little bit of both. The soil's still really good that was in here, and I probably didn't need to repot it. I just wanted to change up the angle and stuff. So that's why it happened. The rest of the soil we'll probably either recycle or we'll put back. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. We're going to keep it. It's just a matter of, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it right now. Actually, I just found a little bin. So I'm going to move it all into a little bin so we can get the tree centered up on there. And then it seems like best case scenario right now. So that's what I'm doing with it. Now we got soil recycled in here. So let me clean off the board and then we'll be right back at it together again. Okay, so let's make sure we get this angle just right here. So I wanted it to come in. So I want the mound more towards this way over here. So we're going to mound that way. And we just got to get this wire stab up and through here. We may not even need the wire to stab in, honestly. I think that this tree has a strong enough root base that it would hold its own. But we sat the wire, so let's use the wire. Okay, so I believe this is the angle that I'm shooting for right here. And we'll definitely have to do more root work. But right now I'm happy with how the roots are growing, so I'm gonna let them be. I might do a little trim up here. I'm happy how they're growing, so now I'm gonna cut some off, right? Okay. So let me check out this angle with you again. I like how it's coming forward at us, because I wanted to bring that into effect. I wanted it to come forward. Okay. And then let's take this out of the equation. We've got our nice little triangle there, which we can get that wire on to pull up a little bit. So I am gonna go ahead and just shut this wire down on it. All right. And then under this backside, you'll see that there's still soil that needs in. So I'm going to take a little bit of the used soil here and get that underneath there nicely. And then we're just going to take off a little bit of this root here. That's looking pretty happy all around there. Take some of my non-used bonsai soil here. I'm just going to fill it up around here and just do a nice little pile. And then this soil is very, very dry, so this is something we are going to have to like work in. Alrighty, so that's looking pretty good there. We've got a few roots here. They're sticking out over this front edge, so we're just going to cut them back so that they drop in ever so slightly. And then we're going to fill in this area right here with some soil as well. So again, this tree is kept inside, so that's why you're noticing that the buds have already broken open and have started growing very vigorously. The tree will work its way outside once we get past all these wonderful freezing temperatures that keep randomly coming in at nighttime and then leaving and then coming in and then leaving. But this is looking pretty good right here. I'm just going to give it a little tap just to check it out. There is some exposed root all up through here. I think it's going to be good though, because it is still pretty covered up. I'll add just a little bit more soil just to kind of crunch in there on that area. We could add moss across there if we wanted to, but I think I'm going to choose not to. Honestly, I'm going to let that alone for now. Let's see. I do kind of want to get this branch pulled up though, in the direction that I want it to go. Because it's got, like, I need this branch to come outwards just a little bit more. Just get the whole thing just kind of moving down in this little direction here. This one's like right here. The key is just seeing this is gone. I'm so tempted to do a little trim up, but there's plenty of time for that, so I'm not going to trim anything now. I'm going to leave it be. I'm going to give it a nice water with some fresh rainwater that we just got today, and we're going to take it back inside and let it grow. Let me take you on a little 360 of it here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel. And if you really enjoy my content, you should hit the bell notification so you get notified every time I release a new video. Thank you.